enunciate the theories of employment public finance. The 5 marks question is that supply creates its own demand. Comment on the statement. The classical theory of employment is based on the sales law of markets. The first part of the sales market law explains the goods market equilibrium. The famous law of market proponent by the JBC states that supply creates its own demand. The law is generally interpreted as a supply always equals demand, or it can be expressed as S is equal D, supply is equal demand. The total income so generated as equivalent to the total value of output produced. Such a income creates additional demand necessary for the sale of the additional output. Therefore, the question of additional output not being sold does not arise. It is assumed that the whole income is spent on purchase of commodities and partly on consumption goods and partly on capital goods. In the event of any disequilibrium between aggregate demand and aggregate supply, is equilibrium is restored automatically through the changes in the general price level, which is also known as price flexibility. So another important question in the chapter is that write a note on finance commission, or what are the characteristics of federal finance. Answer: the Finance Commission of India came into the existence in 1951. It was established under Article 280 of the Indian Constitution by the President of India. It was formed to define the financial relations between the center and state. The functions of Finance Commission or characteristics of federal finance. First one, distribution of net proceeds of taxes between center and the states to be divided as for their respective contributions to the taxes. Second one, determine factors governing grants in aid to the states and magnitude of the same. Third one, to make a recommendation to President as to the measures needed and augment to the consolidated fund of the state to supplement the resources of the panchayatis and municipalities in the state on the basis of recommendations made by the Finance Commission. Fourth one, in case of any financial disputes arising between the central and state government, the solution therefore is sought according to the constitutional provisions. So ninth unit, banking and inflation and money, banking and inflation. In this chapter, very important question is what is barter system and what are its different difficulties. Answer: in barter system, some commodity was directly exchanged for the other commodity without the use of money. It means buying goods with goods. The difficulties of the barter system are as follows. First one is lack of coincidency of wants. In barter system, the wants the sellers and buyers must coincide. The buyer should be ready to accept the product which the seller wants to offer in exchange. This is known as double coincidency of wants, lack of store of value. The few commodities are perishable and expire in very less time. It was impossible to store the value of such commodities in their real form in the bottom system. Third one, lack of divisibility of commodities. Sometimes, based on quantity and value, it becomes essential to divide a commodity into small units, exchange one or more units on other commodity. But in barter system, it is not possible to divide all commodities except animals. Fourth one, difficulty in making deferred payment. In barter system, there is no possibility of future payment for current transactions because future exchange involves some difficulties. For instance, it was conform to the sell particular quantity for a rice for a goat on a future date by the considering the present value of goat, but at a later date the value of goat may be increased or decreased. Fifth one, lack of common measure of value. Under the barter system there was no common measures of value to make exchange possible. It was necessary to determine the value of every commodity in terms of other commodity.